Forgotten Horrors, Episode 2, The Unsolved Mystery of the Dyatlov Pass Incident. I thought I had seen everything in my years of investigation, but nothing could have prepared me for what I witnessed in the Ural Mountains, the site that became known as the Dyatlov Pass Incident. It was February 1959 when we received word that a group of experienced hikers, 9 of them, had failed to return from their expedition. Igor Dyatlov was their leader. All of them young, skilled, prepared. They weren't supposed to vanish. When we set out to search for them, I expected to find tired hikers, maybe injured, maybe stranded. But what we uncovered was something else entirely. We found their camp first, a single tent, half buried in snow, but it wasn't collapsed by weight. It had been cut open, from the inside. I crawled inside. Their gear was still there, boots, coats, food, untouched. It made no sense. Why would they cut their way out of their only shelter in the freezing night? Why would they run into the snow without shoes, without clothing? As we searched the area, the bodies began to appear. The first 2 lay beneath a tree, barefoot, dressed only in their underwear, as if they had run in blind panic. Their skin was darkened, burned, though there had been no fire. 3 more were found not far away, scattered in different directions, as if they had tried to crawl back to camp. They had no serious wounds, yet their expressions were frozen in pure terror. But the worst were the last 4. We found them deeper in the woods, half buried under the snow. These bodies told a story that defied logic. One woman had her tongue missing. Another had her eyes gone. Several had broken ribs, crushed skulls, internal injuries so severe they could have been in a car accident. Yet there were no external wounds. It was as if something had squeezed them with inhuman force. And then, when the lab reports came back, traces of radiation were found on their clothes. Radiation, in the middle of the mountains. Rumors spread quickly. Some said it was an avalanche, but the slope wasn't steep enough. Others whispered about military experiments, secret weapons tests gone wrong. The truth was, we were never given straight answers. Some believe it was a strange weather phenomenon. Others, something beyond human understanding. I can't tell you which is true. All I know is what I saw with my own eyes. That night, standing in the cold, I felt something watching me from the tree line. Every gust of wind carried whispers, almost like voices. I wanted to believe it was just my imagination, but deep down, I knew better. The hikers had left behind journals, photos, even smiling faces just days before. Nothing suggested madness or despair. They were happy, alive, and then gone. People still argue over what happened in the Dyatlov Pass. Avalanche, military cover-up, aliens, paranormal forces. But when I stood there, in the silence of that mountain, surrounded by snow and shadows, I realized one terrifying truth. Sometimes, the explanation doesn't matter. Sometimes, there are things out there we were never meant to understand. It's been years, but I still dream of that place. In my sleep, I see the torn tent, the footprints leading nowhere, the twisted bodies in the snow. And I wake up cold, as if I never left that mountain at all. The Dyatlov Pass is still there, frozen in time. And maybe, so are they.